Hello all. So I started to make a video earlier today and my sound was not working and I could not figure out why. I uninstalled my program after trying multiple times to fix it and I couldn't fix it. And I reinstalled the program and still couldn't fix it. And I watched a bunch of videos and I couldn't fix it. So I ended up, sorry. I ended up unplugging my webcam and plugging it back in, and that seemed to fix it. I don't know. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But here we are. So I already started this, and you didn't get to see that part, but it's okay. I am doing another Andrea Nelson Fill Your Sketchbook page. She drew an envelope over here on this side, and then she was drawing some envelopes on this side, and I was trying to figure out how she got those skinny little envelopes with this big fat brush. And she said, I'm using this big fat brush, but I don't see how I can get skinny little envelopes with that big fat brush. So I was thinking of switching to this not quite so big fat brush and getting skinnier envelopes. That's my plan. All of this is, of course, just experimentation on my part because her videos are inspiration, not instruction. They're not tutorials. They are just inspiration on what to do. And I think she does a few tutorials, but for the most part I think that she just assumes that you have some experience already with watercolors, which I do not. So just guessing on my part that I should have a puddle that I work from to, at least with the last brush anyway, for sure I knew that it would not fit in my little pot. See, and then this is going to have to be a really wide envelope because I stuck my brush down, not what I meant to do, at the end there. More color. All of this is experiment on my part because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to make this a little bit darker because I would like them to be a little bit darker. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go. That will definitely be darker. Let's try again. I'm going to make this one a little darker and I'm just going to hold my brush up higher. And I don't know how to stop that little flick there at the end. Learning. It's all about learning. And the best way to learn is with the, in this case, the brush in your hand, right? She says later in her video, my envelopes are not perfect. We fix it with pens. So, yay for that. So much to learn. Anyway, I don't know how many envelopes she has. It doesn't matter. I'm going to try and keep them all like in the same kind of like, she doesn't have a whole bunch of different colors. She only has a few colors and I like that. So I'm just going to do a couple of colors. That seems really dark. Not too bad though. I have a piece of paper over here on the little side wing of my desk where I wipe off my brushes because I don't like the newspaper thing. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to paint my heart with my other brush just because I was mixing paint while I was on the phone and it's already on the brush, so why not? I had it really thick, or my brush is really wet, I guess I should say. I don't think I got it really thick. It's not what the other gal described as cream. But it is dark. It's going to take a long time to dry. And I just realized that I'm left-handed and I stuck it under my left elbow, so I'm going to have to flip my practice book around so that it's not, so I'm not dragging my sleeve through it. Because, yeah, I feel like my screen is all wrong. I know my screen is all wrong. You're going to love this. I'm going to change it in the middle. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, that was probably going to be really upsetting for you when you watch the video, but it took me a minute to figure out that I didn't like the way my screen was. So, here we are. Now it's the other way. Okay. Blue envelopes. They're not very dark. That's probably okay. I wonder if I mix, what I would get. That's another thing I would really like to learn is they don't, in the videos that I watch, they mix colors, but you don't, they kind of cut the scene in the middle and you don't see whether or not did they rinse their brush before they went back into the next one, or did they just go, I wouldn't want to stick my blue brush in the middle of my yellow paint, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think that would be okay. I think my yellow paint would suffer if I did that. So I'm wondering how they mix colors. I don't know. I need something more pink-like, I think. I don't really have a pink. Which one is most pink-like? My little handy-dandy cheater card over here. Ooh, fuchsia. I have fuchsia. I can do fuchsia. Which one is fuchsia? Fuchsia is between the lilac and the red. I need like a spoon rest to set my brushes on. That's not very dark. It's okay, but it's just not very dark. That's not dark at all. Let's make it darker. Load, 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 load. More. More. I'll set that over here. Again, to avoid sticking my elbow in it. That's darker. Better, I guess. I really have no idea what I'm doing. Just making it up as I go. I will tell you this, though. Not having any idea what I'm doing and just making it up as I go, I am so far really happy with the results of what I've gotten. So at least there's that. The other pages that I've done have come out pretty well. So it's not like I'm just creating garbage, I guess. Maybe I am creating garbage. I don't know. It's challenging to my brain, so that's good. I think I'm going to mix my fuchsia with this and make another color, and then paint a couple more and call it good. Which one do I like better? Ooh, this one's really pretty. I'm gonna go like this. I gotta learn not to do that. I press down with my brush at the end there. I don't want to do that. I end up with a wonky. And how about here? This will be a square envelope and not a rectangle, but that's okay. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I'm also going to pause you for a minute because she did a bunch of hearts on her paper and I don't remember how she did them. So I'm going to go watch and see how she did the hearts, and then I'm going to come back and do the hearts. Okay, I think I figured out the little hearts. She puts them in the center of each of her envelopes, and I tried it over on my little practice paper first. Hers are really kind of thick. I'm not going to do that one because that one is wet. This one I know is dry. So this could go well or could not go well, depending on a lot of things, because I have no idea what I'm doing. That's actually not too bad. She just kind of pressed her brush down and it made a little heart. I think you need to be less water, I think is the key to this. Just like straight out of the little pot. Like that. Oh, that's cute. And then she put a bunch kind of all over her paper as filler, which I'm also going to do. And pull my sleeve up out of the way because I don't want to get it. It won't be the first time I drug through my paint. It's not the sleeve I care about. It's the, I don't want to drag through my paint. Oh, look at that. That's sweet. Okay, now I'm seeing that her hearts are fatter than mine, so let's see if we can make a fatter one. We can. Just have to press a little bit harder. And actually, the fatter one is a little bit easier than the skinny one. Until I do that, and I just kind of poke my brush all over the place. Okay, one more blue one, and then we'll switch colors. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That one's going to be really fat. Oh, I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Oops, I didn't brush on my paper first. I try to brush on my paper first and get some of the ink or the pigment out of my brush before I go to the water. I don't know if it matters, but that's what I try to do. That's a really big fat heart with a little wonky in the middle of it. Ah, that one wasn't dry. I'm going to leave it. I'll come back to that one. Pretend like that was supposed to be there, and we'll put a different color heart on it. Oh, I was fooled by the success of the blue one was successful for me, and so now I'm like overconfident, and now I can't do it. I have a different amount of water, I think. I have too much water, I think. Get rid of some of my water and go for thicker. Yep. See, I learned a lesson there. I had too much water. That's a chunky heart. This one looks like it has a heart in it. I don't know if you can see that. That's funny. Okay. That one, oh my gosh. It's all feathery because it was wet. See if I can't clean it up. That's better. Hmm. Well, this is not going to be a delicate heart. It's going to be a little fat heart. Okay. I'm going to finish my hearts and let this dry, and then we will come back and draw on it. Okay, it's not completely dry, but a bunch of it is dry. So I'm just going to do a little bit of it, and then I will pause it later. My pen doesn't want to work. Why doesn't my pen want to work? Pen doesn't. I was using it the other day. It didn't want to work for me then either. Not sure. So basically what she did was she outlined, probably better than I am, because wow, that was a crooked line, her envelope, and all of the little envelopes, and all the little hearts. And then she did like dotted lines between the envelopes, which was really cute. So something like that. I'm going to peek over here and see what she did with the dotted lines. Yeah, she used little dash lines, just doot, 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 doot. She also has a much fatter pen than I do. And this pen is a .08, which is the fattest one in this container, other than the brush, which I can't control at all. So I'm going to go look for a fatter pen. Maybe I own one. I'll be back. Okay, well, I auditioned several pens, and I'm back to the one I was using. I don't have anything better. I ordered some pens and paints from Amazon, and for the first time ever, they didn't come when they said they were going to. They made it to the distribution center in my town, but they didn't make it onto a delivery truck, and so they didn't come yesterday like they were supposed to. I was shocked. That has never happened before. Usually when they say it's going to be delivered, it might run a little late, like a day, but not. It's usually running late before it gets to town. Once it gets to town, it's usually golden. but not this time. This time it just didn't come. It's supposed to be here today. We'll see if that happens. I don't know if it will or not. So I am going to finish outlining all these, and then I will come back at the end after I'm done. All my lines are drawn, and I like it. Over here, I stuck my hand in some paint. I don't know which one was not dry yet, and smudged the side of it, so I just went with it and drew some hearts over the top of it. I do not like how this tape comes off. I might switch to washi tape and see if that works better, because this pulls off the edges of my paper and it upsets me. It makes them fuzzy, and I don't like that. But there it is, and here's the date. Like that. And then I need my skinny pin. 2025 and my initials. And I wrote, keep practicing, you got this. She wrote something else on hers, it doesn't matter. And then this will say something about, that was color swatching. This is just Valentine's. With Andrea Nelson Art. There it is, all finished. I like it. It's simple and not simple all at the same time. I'm thinking that maybe I shouldn't have put the tape down the middle, and I should just continue my dotted lines to there. I don't know. But not right now. Thanks for watching.